Just a quick video, guys, of showing you how I'm managing to cope with lockdown. This is a little project that I put into my garage. It's not a conversion. It's still a functioning garage if you wanted it to be, but just to give you an idea of the sort of thing you can do. Here we are. So, I built me a bar. As you can see, what I want to do is I want to show you for homebrew purposes. I want to show you of how to connect a beer barrel up so you can actually have homebrew on a beer pull, and it's very easy. Yeah, have a little look around my bar. See, this is the sort of thing you can do with a bit of effort and a bit of work. It's good for parties at Christmas. As you can see, it's full size bar. A few glasses, cider mugs, and all of the things in the pub remind me of people. People have given me them in the past, and I've kept them. It reminds me. I look around and it reminds me of people. So what I've done, quite simply, is there's two systems. The first system I'll show you is the Cornelius keg, which you can get from home brewing places. They're expensive. About £100, but they're worth it. They come slightly different on the top. Some the gas injector, which is in the centre on this one, is actually on the proper gas injector on this side, but mine was mounted here. But it does the same job, and you just blast that with CO2 from a standard S30, and this goes up through a line and goes up onto this, and goes up actually onto a proper tabletop. That's an extremely good system, and I tend to put me stout on that, but you do get through a bit of gas. So what I've done is I bought a beer pull. I've had this years. I paid about 50 quid for this. You can get them from antique markets and flea markets if you look, and they'll cost about £100 now, 120, 130 quid. You can get them cheaper, but they are well worth it. There is a system you can buy now that runs into a barrel, a plastic barrel, but that's about £200. It's a good system, but there's naturally no need to. You can just use a standard barrel, which is a standard plastic barrel. The round ones, a king keg, not the square one. The round ones are better, and just a Jubilee clip up onto a tap, you can see, and then that runs down. And then what I've done is I've just fitted a double male connector and a female, and you just pop those off, pop, so I can pop it and clean the pipe with cold water. Just drop that into cold water and pull some water through, or hot water. Or if I want to change the barrel, then I'll just pop that off, clean the barrel out and refill it. So I've got two ways of doing homebrew. I've got that, and I've got that, and this is a really good system. It's airtight. You don't have to let in any air if it's the king keg barrel. And as you can see, I'm going to show you now. Woo. As you can see, works. You get a lovely head. It works just as good. It works just as good as a proper beer pull, proper beer pump, and cost you nothing. Those connectors were I think £2, and a house pipe. Well, that's just a piece of house pipe, so it really is nothing. The other system that I'm going to put in is a house pipe, and I'm going to drop it into this box, and I'm going to have a plastic, just a collapsible plastic container, and I'm going to run a pipe with a connector on the same as that, so I'll just be able to click that on and off, and then I can put freezer blocks into here and keep it cool. And if you use a plastic barrel, the collapsible ones, the ones that you buy from like camping shops, they will collapse under the pressure, so you don't get a vacuum. The problem is if you try and connect that system up, a beer engine, from a pipe, if you connect that up to just a normal plastic barrel, you'll get a vacuum in the barrel, and it won't be able to pull through. And you can't gas it, because if you gas it up like the Cornelius keg, if you gas it, as soon as you come to pull that, you'll then start to get fluid coming through here, and that's not what you want. You want to pull the beer through. So it does work. People who say it doesn't work are talking rubbish. It does work. You've just seen me do it. You've just seen me pull some beer, as you can see. And the more I pull that, the more head I'll get on, and it's the best way of serving beer. I might do some videos on actually the beer I make, because the beer I make is, I think, commercial standard. But I think the problem people do with homebrew is this might sound silly, they concentrate on actually the home brewing. And really, you can produce lovely beer, but if you don't serve it right, if you don't serve it at the right temperatures, and if you don't serve it in the correct manner, which is this is a beer, this beer engine is the best way to serve beer. It's been around for hundreds of years for that reason, because this is the way to do it. Okay, but there's my bar. As I say, bar billiards table down there, and shove halfpenny and bar skittles and things I've acquired. So it's great for parties. This is the sort of thing you can do, and it's worth it during a coronavirus epidemic, because the pubs have been shut, and this has kept me sane, basically. It has kept me sane, and the best thing is, of course, is it's free. Okay, cheers.